Hi, I'm Bode. 10 years ago, I started my chain of auto repair shops from a single garage, and now I own 5 locations across the city. Growing up without parents meant my Aunt Clara basically raised me. She's been handling the books since day one, and her son, my cousin Derek, joined us 3 years ago to help manage the expanding business. You've done your parents proud, honey. Clara was going through our quarterly reports in my office. These numbers are fantastic. Couldn't have done it without you, Aunt Clara. Having family I can trust with the finances means everything. Family takes care of family, Derek chimed in, bringing us coffee. Remember when you gave me that chance after my divorce? That's what we do. My best friend Marcus dropped by later that afternoon. We've known each other since high school, and he runs the body shop next door. Your aunt and cousin are lifesavers, man. Must be nice having family you can count on. Yeah, Clara's been like a mother to me, and Derek's really stepped up since joining. They've helped set up all the accounting systems, handle payroll, everything. Just be careful, bro. Not trying to be negative, but I've seen too many family businesses go south. Come on, Marcus. They're the only real family I've got. That conversation stuck with me, though. The next day, I called Sarah, my lawyer, to discuss setting up better oversight systems. Smart move, Bode. Let's put some checks and balances in place. I trust them completely, but you're right. It's just good business. Exactly. We'll start with an external audit, review all account access. Clara walked in just then. Oh, I didn't know you had a meeting. Just catching up with Sarah about some legal housekeeping. You don't need to waste money on lawyers, honey. I've got everything under control. It's not about control, Aunt Clara. Just updating our processes as we grow. Of course, of course. Well, Derek and I need your signature on some vendor contracts. Mind stopping by my office later? After she left, Sarah gave me a look. Let me review those contracts first. Come on, it's just routine stuff. They handle this all the time. That's exactly why you should let me look them over. Trust but verify, Bode. I laughed it off, but something about Clara's reaction bothered me. Still, I pushed those thoughts aside. These were the people who'd been there for me my whole life. What could possibly go wrong? 2 weeks after that meeting with Sarah, I noticed something odd while reviewing bank statements. Random transfers I never authorized. Called the bank right away. Sir, these transfers were approved using your digital signature. That's impossible. Then it hit me. The vendor contracts Clara had me sign. There must have been other documents mixed in. I spent the whole night digging through files. The numbers weren't adding up. Called Marcus at 3 a.m. Bro, you need to get over here. Something's really wrong. Marcus arrived with coffee and his laptop. Talk to me. Look at these invoices. The amounts we're paying vendors are way higher than market rate. And these companies, they're all registered to the same address. Hold up, pull up that address. Marcus typed furiously. Bode, man, that's your Uncle Robert's business address. My hands started shaking. Robert, Clara's husband, he's barely involved in the business, except he's getting paid through these shell companies. They're inflating invoices and pocketing the difference. Just then, my phone buzzed. A text from Derek. Hey, cuz, noticed you accessing the system late. Everything okay? They're monitoring my logins. Marcus, how deep does this go? We spent hours tracking the money. Shell companies, fake vendors, doctored invoices. Nearly $2 million siphoned over 3 years. Sarah needs to see this now, Marcus said, organizing screenshots and documents. The next morning, Clara and Derek walked in like nothing was wrong. Morning, honey. I brought those muffins you love. Cut the act. Where's my money? Clara's face changed instantly. What money? The $2 million you and Robert stole through fake vendors. Yeah, I know about the shell companies. Derek stepped forward. Bode, you're confused. We can explain. Explain the invoices to Universal Auto Parts? That company doesn't exist. It's registered to Uncle Robert's address. You ungrateful brat, Clara snapped. Everything we did was for this family. Family? You mean like cousin Lisa, who's suddenly driving a new Mercedes? Or Tommy with his new house? How many relatives are in on this? We deserved it. Who was there when your parents died? Who raised you? This business wouldn't exist without us. Get out. Sarah's already preparing the lawsuit. You're done. Derek tried one last time. Come on, cuz, we can work this out. Keep it in the family. You stopped being family the moment you betrayed me. After they left, Marcus put a hand on my shoulder. You did good, bro. Now let's nail them properly. I nodded, pulling out my phone to call Sarah. Time to show them what real consequences look like. Sarah's office was covered in documents when I arrived the next morning. She'd been working all night. They weren't just stealing, Bode. They were setting you up as the fall guy. Look at these tax documents. What do you mean? Your signatures on forms claiming these shell companies as legitimate business expenses. If anyone investigated, you'd be on the hook for tax fraud while they walked away clean. Marcus burst in. You're not going to believe this. Clara's at the shops telling employees you're having a mental breakdown. Classic manipulation. They're trying to discredit you before we file charges, Sarah said, pulling out more papers. But I've got something better. The forensic accountant found evidence of money laundering. My phone wouldn't stop buzzing, text messages from relatives I hadn't heard from in years. Your cousin Tommy just offered to mediate the situation. I showed them the message. Says he can get most of the money back if we keep it quiet. Don't respond. They're trying to create evidence of extortion. Marcus was checking security cameras through his phone. Derek's at the main shop right now, downloading files from the system. Perfect. Let him. I've got IT tracking everything he accesses. More evidence for us. The door opened and my Uncle Robert walked in, all fake concern. Bode, son, what are you doing? Clara's in tears. We're family. Family doesn't steal millions and frame each other for tax fraud. Nobody stole anything. We were protecting your interests. Moving money around to avoid taxes, that's all. You think you built this business alone? Save it for court, Robert, Sarah interrupted. And if you contact my client again without me present, I'll add witness tampering to the charges. After he left, my phone rang. Cousin Lisa this time. Clara raised you like her own son. She's having chest pains from the stress. If anything happens to her. Nice try, Lisa. How's that new Mercedes treating you? The one bought with my money? Marcus grabbed my phone. No more calls from these snakes. Focus on the case. Sarah, what's our next move? We file tomorrow. Criminal charges against Clara, Robert, and Derek. Civil suits against everyone who receives stolen funds. The DA's already interested. Turns out Uncle Robert's done this before. They're going to fight dirty. Let them. We've got paper trails, witnesses, bank records. Your Aunt Clara was so confident you'd never check. She didn't even try hiding it well. What about the employees? If they believe I'm having a breakdown? Already handled, Marcus smirked. Showed them the proof. They're all willing to testify about weird instructions they got from Clara and Derek. Tomorrow then, I nodded, looking at the mountain of evidence. Time to show them what happens when you mistake kindness for weakness. The courtroom fell silent as the evidence stacked up. Sarah was methodically destroying every lie they'd told. And these signatures, Mrs. Clara Williams, you claimed Bode authorized them? He gave us permission to handle everything. We were protecting his interests. Yet you created fake companies, inflated invoices, and diverted funds to personal accounts. Is that protection? Uncle Robert cracked first, offering to testify against everyone else for a lighter sentence. Cousin Derek followed suit, throwing his own mother under the bus. It was all Mom's idea. She said Baudet owed us for raising him. She made me do it. Clara jumped up. You ungrateful little, after everything I sacrificed. The judge wasn't having any of it. Mrs. Williams, control yourself or I'll have you removed. During a break, Marcus showed me texts from other relatives begging to settle. Tommy and Lisa are offering to sell their houses to pay you back. Guess that Mercedes isn't worth prison time. Too late for that. Sarah says the DA's pushing for maximum sentences. Back in session, the forensic accountant revealed the full scope. Beyond the $2 million in theft, we found evidence of money laundering dating back 5 years. Multiple family members received funds knowing they were stolen. The verdict came down hard. Clara got 8 years for fraud and money laundering. Robert and Derek got 5 each for their cooperation. Tommy, Lisa, and 3 other cousins faced hefty fines and seizure of assets. Outside the courthouse, Marcus couldn't stop grinning. Man, their faces when the handcuffs came out. I still can't believe they thought they'd get away with it. Speaking of getting away, Sarah joined us, waving some papers. The asset recovery team found offshore accounts. Looks like Aunt Clara was planning to run. That night, we celebrated at Marcus's body shop. The employees all came, showing support. Boss, we knew something was fishy when Derek kept asking us to process weird invoices. Thanks for sticking by me, everyone. Time to rebuild, bigger and better. Sarah raised her glass. To justice served. And Bode, I've set up new oversight systems. Nobody's stealing from you again. My phone buzzed. Clara's daughter, Rachel, the only relative who'd stayed honest. I'm so sorry, cousin. I had no idea what they were doing. Not all families like them. I know, Rachel. You're always welcome here. Looking around at my real family, Marcus, Sarah, loyal employees who stood by me, I realized blood doesn't make family. Trust does. You know what's funny? They kept saying they deserved the money for raising me right. Guess they didn't raise me right enough to let them steal from me. Everyone laughed, and for the first time since this started, I felt truly free. Sometimes losing a fake family is the only way to find your real one. Have you ever had a family member try to justify stealing from you? What would hurt more, the missing money or the betrayal of trust? Share your story in the comments below. Think about it. Clara kept saying she deserved the money for raising Bode. Does raising someone give you the right to steal from them later? Where do you draw the line between family loyalty and self-protection? If you've dealt with toxic family members, drop a comment. Watching Bode's journey might help others realize they're not alone in setting boundaries with family. If this story resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe for more real-life drama that'll make you think. New stories every week about family, betrayal, and sweet, sweet justice. Turn on notifications so you don't miss the next one.